Well, it is exciting.
This is the Cowboy Mouth version of We Don't Color on the Dog. Fred LeBlanc, Cena Madison, Rick Outson. Cena, take it away.
Oh, well, yeah, I want to tell how this interview came up because, just about, like, it was about a month ago. We're sitting around talking about the podcast, and I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool to, like, announce the drop of an album on a podcast? Because I don't think that's ever been done before. And, right when we were talking about it, Fred texted me and said, "Hey, we're dropping an album." I was like, "How about that? Let's do it on the podcast." So here we are. I even got a confetti cannon. And I was going to shoot it off when he announced the album, but I'm worried about what the cat's going to do. So,
well, you know what?
Yeah, I'll just save that for when I see you live. So
the cat can suck it,
and she probably would. Tell us about Cover Your Ass.
Cover Your Ass. It's an album. It was released Friday. It's up on all the streaming services. We will have vinyl for sale, so that'll be good.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Jeff Powell did a great mastering job, so I'm really happy with it on the vinyl front. And it came out Friday, and we were trying to learn a song that at a sound check once. John was just singing the old Who song, "The Real Me," and he's such a good singer, But it's a lot more complicated in its simplicity. It's not just one of those songs you can play. You have to work it out on an arrangement level. And I was talking to him over the phone one day. I said, "John, if you want to do this, let the band figure out an arrangement and we'll make it work." He said, "Dude, we ought to do a covers album." And I was like, well, that's not really, not a bad idea. Why not? I've always wanted to do one, And so I was like, okay, well, why not? Sure. And then I thought about the title, Cover Your Ass. And nobody had ever used that title for a covers album before. Talk about getting lucky, huh? So we just gathered up a whole bunch of songs that have absolutely nothing to do with each other. And it was just, there was no rhyme or reason to the whole thing. We just like, what about this song? Yeah. What about that song? Nah. What about this song? Yeah. What about that song? Yeah. And it was just like, and then once we gathered like 10 songs, like I felt that it was complete. And it's like, let's stop here. And I'm pretty proud of it. It's a fun record. We're enjoying playing the stuff live, and it also encourages us to kind of go in our own back catalog. And, relearn some old songs that we haven't played in years, which is fun. The audience loves that. And so, it's a really strong record. It's getting some great reviews, thankfully, and hopefully people enjoy it.
Now, I've heard My Way live, and you just that's banging. You just do such a great job of that.
Well, thank you.
That's really interesting to me because the heritage behind it, you've got the Frank, you've got the Elvis, and then you got the Sex Pistols. Is it an homage to all three or none of them?
All three, and then I like the song because it's just such a state of being aliveness. It's like, yes, I might screw up, but I'm still going to do it my way. That's the story of my life, pretty much. That's the Cowboy Mouth ethos. We've made a lot of mistakes, but hell, we did it our way. So there you go.
Yeah, sometimes we bit off more than we can chew.
Yeah, but I mean,
the fact of a Cowboy Mouth doing a Paul Anka song is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's like it's better than doing "Put Your Head on My Shoulder," I guess. So there you go. Put your head on my shoulder.
Is there a song that you didn't put on the album that you would like to have done?
Yeah, we left a few off. I have a version of the Stones' "Moonlight Mile" that's laying around in my archives that I was looking to see if the band would finish, but it just didn't feel right for this project. Let's see, what else? I mean, there's always a million songs. Jeez, Pete's great songs. Like I said, these don't have really anything to do with each other. We run the gamut from the Who to Frank Sinatra to REM to Cher. It's like it's just kind of like it seems like the main thing is like, is it going to be fun? Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, and the Cher is the Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, and I love the way you sort of played with the lyrics a little bit. That was what I was anxious to hear, is how you did the lyrics. Just twist.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a great song. That was like one of my clock radio classics. I had this old clock radio that I used to fall asleep with. I grew up like in the 70s and 80s, and I just let the clock radio play. My parents' house was next to an alleyway, so I'd keep the window open at night when you could do this. Bye, Jay. Yeah. Bye, Jay. They're saying bye.
Really, Jay?
Have a good day, Jay. But it was one of those, songs that they used to play like late at night on, WTIX in New Orleans. You're kind of between halfway awake and halfway asleep, and everything kind of hits you in a deeper, kind of more creative way. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That's kind of cool.
I did oldies radio in Mobile for years, and because the lines they picked up the boy just south of Mobile. Charlie Ocean and I would try to speculate just there's hardly anything south of Mobile, and what Greer's grocery store that happened at. We would always try to figure that one out.
Wow, that's cool. Songs hit you at various places, like not only geographically, but in your life, and some, when you're younger, you tend to hear a song that hits you more on a imagination level. And as you get older, songs tend to kind of hit you more on an emotional level, a life experience level. So that's different ways of experiencing. Those are songs that we kind of grew up with. We did a version of Perfect Circle by R.E.M. is probably one of my all-time favorite songs. And we also did, what else? What else? I'm Gonna Be a Wheel Someday. That was one of the first songs Cowboy Mouth learned when we got together, We put together this little punk rock version, and I got all my kids to sing on it. The da 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 da. Hey, that's all my kids.
So you're currently touring in support of the album right now.
Yeah.
And when are you going to be around us?
We're going to be around you. When is that date, Cena? I don't know.
It's October 4th.
October 4th. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
we're going to be playing at the Merry Widow. You going to be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Nice. Nice. I think Panini Pete will definitely be there.
Is Guy Fieri going to be with him?
You never know. Yeah. he tends to show up when he shows up, and it's just kind of like, okay, the party begins now. Red and the Revelers sadly can't be there. I've become kind of friends and fans with those guys, Red and the Revelers. They're a Mobile band, and they're Red's a friend of mine, and we're trying to look to possibly do some dates together down the road.
And this is at the Merry Widow. I'll put all the information in the comment section so y'all can get it.
Thank you, Ms. Madison.
Along with the links to the album.
Thank you, Cena.
And she keeps us all straight, Fred. It's her job.
I got it.
This is all. And let me know about the vinyl because I definitely want. I don't have any Cowboy Mouth vinyl. I've got.
There is no Cowboy Mouth vinyl. This is the first one. This is the first one. Yeah, we'll have one there. I'll get you one. Rick, you're gonna have to pay for it. That's all there is.
I know. Always. I'm paying for it now.
We're all paying for it.
We are paying for it.
Cena, I'll kiss your butt until the day is long, but Rick, you're on your own.
I'll just take the pillow.
Hey, you remember that show we did? Speaking of Guy and Panini, do you remember that show we did at that place when Fieri was in town about a year and a half ago or whatever?
Yeah, that was one of the best.
That was fun.
That was one of the best times ever. I was looking at the video. There was a video that was out of it,
like we had some fan videos and stuff. What's his name? Fieri. He was carrying a bunch of the tequila that he makes with Sammy. And we played other events with him. We did a Super Bowl party with him in New Orleans this year, and son of a bitch just walks up while I'm playing, and hides behind me, and then all of a sudden takes a bottle of tequila and just shoves it in my mouth, and just like I'm like, blah, 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 and it's really good. It's really smooth. So it's like, hey, this is kind of cool. And then by the time we finished the show in Fairhope.
It was actually Daphne.
I was hammered.
Yeah.
And it was like,
it was
well, hey, guy, what's up? They had to carry me off the stage because of the goddamn tequila. It was fun. We had a great time.
Yeah, we really did. I always look back on that as one of the best. Best years ever. Fun. It was just, and we were so overdue for a party like that.
Yeah. And we're looking to create the same kind of party, only better, at the Merry Widow on October 4th.
You got it. Fred, thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Much love, Cena. Rick, you're all right.
Yeah, we'll
work it out. Thank you guys very much. And everybody, check out the album. I think you'll enjoy it. If nothing else, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Always is. Take care.
Thanks for watching, and to keep up with what's going on, be sure and subscribe. Just click on the little dog to the right and click the subscribe button. You can also like this video and click on the bell, which will notify you of new content.
This really helps the channel grow. We appreciate you.